What's up, everybody? Please excuse the tardiness. I literally just got home from work. And so it's 6:13. Went to work at 7 a.m. So that's the life of the rise and grinder. So I haven't done this in forever. So let me know. Can you even hear me? How's the video? How's the sound? It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to. Step two. And so we're going to get us going on this Unwind. And so we're going to check in. Remember, I haven't done this in forever. So I'm trying to remember, okay, what's the things I normally do? Let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know what's going on with you. We always got a show, and so you already know. Now, literally just got home from work. And so we're going to do the show in a nice, good, casual way. I'm speaking from the heart. And so I know I don't need notes and all that, but I like to have my notes in front of me. And so check in. What's up, everyone? Ricardo, what's happening? And so just so everybody knows, well, tonight I got me this Amazon Basin. Smoking that because it's a good cigar. I like it. That's what I smoke. And I'll be drinking me some James E. Pepper. Why? It's a good bourbon. That's what I drink. And so keep checking in, everyone. We're going to have some good conversation. I literally just got in from work. So that's an 11-hour shift. In fact, let me describe my day for you. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. Fridays, I lead my church in a prayer call. So we do that from about 6 to 6:30. After that, I got to jump in the car, get to work by 7. Stopped and got some bagels because I wanted to treat my guys. I got them some bagels. Got to work from 7 to about 5:30. And now I'm here. And so when we say we rise and grind, this ain't just a punchline. This ain't just a tagline. This ain't just for views. This is what we really do. We really live like this. And so that's why on a night like tonight, on a Friday, I need a cigar. I need a drink. I wanted to get a workout in, but that didn't work out. So I'm going to hang with my friends, hang with you guys, have some good conversation. What's happening, Mark? Brother got my father, the judge, in some 1792. So make sure y'all checking in. Make sure you're hitting like, because we ain't did this in a long time. So we need to remind our friends. Let the algorithm reach out to them. What's up, Cordell? Thank you. Sound check, everybody. Cordell's got an Oliva Series V. I think it's probably been a month since we've done this. The old folks would say it's been a month of Sundays. And so it's been a long time. So much to get caught up on. My brother, I'm thinking about buying me a box of the Don Carlos number 2. Yeah, I really enjoy Johnny Walker Black. always wanted to like the Johnny Walker Blue. They call black. Black is just rhyming. So let me pour my drink. Look, don't judge me. Like I just said, I've been working. I've been doing the Lord's work. I've been doing the corporate work. Now I'm here with y'all. So cheers. We rising and grinding. Tomorrow I'm playing golf. I'm gonna wake up early tomorrow to play golf. But I need to do something for me. So tonight I'm smoking a cigar, having a drink, having some conversation, chatting with my friends. Gonna get some sleep, wake up, play some golf. And then after that, work on my sermon, preach it on Sunday, back to work on Monday. That's what it looks like when you rising and you grinding. We ain't doing this for show. This ain't for play. We really do this. We really live like this. So cheers. If you ever wonder where did I come up with that name, that's my life. That's what I really do. And so I've got that cigar, the My Father Blue. Haven't smoked it yet. And so what's up, everybody? What's up, Manny? Francisco. Yeah, working them 12s. The thing about it, I was planning to just, leave at about 3:30. But I'm the kind of person, I be having attitude. And so my boss sent me an email kind of questioning something. And I like to, I'm a man. And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about respect, manhood. And so don't say I didn't do something. So so I ended up spending about an hour just drafting that perfect email, that perfect response to let them know that, nah, I did what I was supposed to do. Okay, so we got World Series playing. You know what? Major League Baseball is competing with Rise and Grind. We know who's going to win that battle. We already know. They should have rescheduled the game. All right, I'm so stressed. I'm so out of whack. I need to make sure I don't smoke too fast, drink too fast. Brother says he got into Johnny Walker watching the show, Scotch. Yeah, I like the Johnny Walker Black. What's up, everybody? All right, we here. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you. Just to cover what's been happening, and so just points. Everybody who I owe stuff to, your stuff has been mailed. So I went to the post office yesterday, mailed off everything. I owe somebody a bottle of something. I mailed off Peter some stuff. I mailed off whoever, I think Mr. Cash got the Goldies. And so I've been mailing off stuff. I got one last thing I got to mail off is the brother who won the thermoelectric humidor. I still got to mail that. I'm doing it on Monday. But we just been real busy. Thanks for checking in. And let's just get caught up. So where have I been? What have I been doing? You've been getting the content, so you know I'm still alive. The channel has just hit that next level. And so when I started this channel, it was a plan. It was a 9-year plan. I laid it all out. I said maybe around year 3, I'll actually start getting some traction. Maybe around year 6, I'll actually start, the channel can pay for itself. And all that has happened. I'm at like year 2.5. The channel is just blowing up. You see the numbers. And I was always happy with the views and the subscribers, but financially, things are looking really good. And so I wasn't expecting to be here for a long time, especially doing the kind of content that I do. But the channel is just going good. It's I'm happy. I'm terribly happy. I'm very happy. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I stood on manhood. I stood my ground. I decided that I was going to stand on integrity and righteousness and talk about what I want to talk about men being men, about Jesus, about stress, about all the stuff that's important to me. We did it. A lot of people didn't think it would work. A lot of people laughed at it. A lot of people hated on it. And we'll talk about all that tonight. But we did it. We did it our way. We did it the right way. And it worked. Channel's going good. Marriage. Last time you saw me, I just celebrated my 19 years of marriage. So I took like 2 weeks just to celebrate that. My wife has been just amazing. We've been, and I'll tell you this. Hey, I'm getting started. I'm getting started early. Look, I'm just here to help. So normally I have some notes in front of me and that'll keep me like guided and aligned. And I don't have notes today because I didn't have time to prepare anything. I literally walked in the door, threw all this equipment together and said, shoot, go for it. I know what I want to talk about. So I hope it flows. It should flow. But normally I'll have, little notes. I'm a preacher. So I'm used to having, my talking points in front of me. I don't have it today. So we just talking from the heart. What's up, my big brother? Big Manny. My brother married 22 years. Yeah, I'm free flowing today. I'm free flowing. Sometimes a preacher who didn't write a sermon get up there and is like, I'm gonna preach from the heart. And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. And so I'm just speaking from the heart. I always speak from the heart, but at least I usually have things laid out. Today is just from the heart. Married 19 years, October 14. October 14, made 19 years. I did a whole show on testosterone. I'm trying to let you guys know stuff I be saying is for a reason. Gentlemen, get your testosterone up. I'm 46 years old. My wife and I, look, we talking. We in the lounge. We can talk. We like teenagers right now. My testosterone is good. I'm feeling good. I'm in the best health of my life. I'm 46 years old. It's like I'm 20 again. And so, gentlemen, look, you ain't got to be taking all them blue pills, all them honey packs. Just get your testosterone right. How do you get your testosterone right? You do man stuff. That's how God designed us. You do manly stuff, your manly stuff gonna work. That's how God set it up. If you do a bunch of feminine stuff, you be all emotional, then you're gonna have a lot of estrogen in you. But if you be a man, just do manly stuff. Do what men do. Kick it with some men. Hang out with some men. Go to the lounge. Watch Rise and Grind. Do manly stuff. Exercise. Hey, smoke a cigar. Do some manly stuff. And so I've been making sure my testosterone is good. And my wife and I right now, we're like newlyweds. So marriage is good. I said all that to say marriage is good. Marriage is working out. I think we might get another 20 years in. We doing all right. Work. So I used to work for a large defense contractor. Did that for 17 years. A month ago. So I've been sharing with you my whole journey. So one thing about this channel, you see it. I'm living it. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Started a new job a month ago. So now I'm in the biotech space. New job was supposed to be a little bit easier. There's a lot of money in pharmaceutical. So I'm in that space. But man, they trying to work me. They trying to work me. And so today, yeah, I put in a solid 10 and a half. And my crew is working tomorrow. And so we doing, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful to be doing what I'm doing. I'm thankful for the job. I thank God for the job. It's an amazing job. I've been in leadership for a long time. I mean, I was in the military, got out as a E5, a sergeant, worked in trucking, worked in defense. And now I would say my leadership is really being pushed to that next level. I'm really leading some people here. And so every day I got I got 3 departments just looking at me. And so work is going good. It's sometimes you say, I want to be in charge. And then you get there and you got to realize that, hey, you asked for this. You take the paycheck. So you better do the work. And so work is going really good. Now, before we get into the show, as we talk about respect, something that just came to mind. And so I'm telling you how, life is going good and I'm happy. Not bragging on it. And if you saw my video from yesterday, talk about talking. Good people, you guys, I can say, hey, look, married 19 years, celebrating. Life is good. A normal person is going to hear that and say, oh, wow, good for you. Congratulations. A hating person is going to be like, oh, listen to this guy bragging on his marriage. Listen to this guy bragging on his job. Listen to this guy bragging on his degrees. Listen to this guy. And that's one of the things that I think is unfortunate, the way people are. You can't even share. And the reason why I share it to encourage somebody else. Because if I could do it, anybody can do it. Listen, I grew up homeless. I'm going to talk my story. Grew up homeless with nothing. Poor. Dirt poor. Island poor. And now I work really hard. My wife grew up poor. She grew up third world poor. We just work really hard. And so I share my story to say to somebody that, look, maybe you're looking for a house right now. Maybe you're looking for a job right now. At one point I was unemployed for about 6 months. Dealing with it, struggling with it. Dealing with depression that came with it. And so when I tell you, oh yeah, I just started a new job and it's fascinating and I'm running departments and I'm doing this, doing that, making good money. Yeah. A normal person listens to that and says, wow, you know what? Hey, you just inspired me because I'm looking for a job too. And you just shared with me that maybe there's hope for me. Maybe I ought to just keep looking and keep trying. I share with you guys my education journey. You see me get my last degree. Maybe that inspires somebody to go back to school. Maybe somebody says, hey, let me go get my real estate license. Let me get my general contractor license. Let me go get my truck driving license. I'm sharing this stuff to inspire somebody because if I could do it, you could do it. I almost failed the 9th grade. I had a 1.8 grade point average. Yeah, I'm 19 years married. My first marriage, look, I got a restraining order against my first wife. That's how bad it was. So when I tell you, hey, look, life is good right now. That's cause for, that's to encourage somebody. That's to say, hey, look, I did it. And if I could do it, you could do it too. I ain't got no family here. And so my family is all in the Caribbean. And so I'm first generation. There's no help for me. Nobody helped me with nothing. Nobody had nothing to help me with. They're not even here. If I could do it, I'm just trying to say to somebody else, look, you got a leg up on me. You got help. I came from the bottom. Not bottom like struggling, no, bottom like homeless. And I just kept rising and grinding. Yeah, Ray, that's the part of my life I don't talk about. So like I said, yeah, that's a part of my life. But again, I share the journey. I will talk about anything just to share the journey, to say, hey, look, I did it. And if I did it, you could do it too. But the thing I realize in the midst of all of this, and this is just how people are. Yeah, didn't want to talk about it. But I'm an open book. Ain't no secrets. Look, I'll tell you, there's a lot of things in people's life that they try to hide and cover up. Look, I'll tell you anything. Look, I got family members in jail. I got family members who's drug addicts, drunks. I'll talk about it just to show you that's where I'm from. And if I can go through all that and be sitting up here chilling, top job, top industry, not even to brag, that's just saying to somebody, you could do it too. That's why I say my messaging is going to be a little bit different, because I realized, yeah, the channel has grown. So I didn't think the channel was going to grow this fast. And I realized that I'm spitting, I'm giving good game and everybody's hearing it, but it wasn't meant for everybody. You see, it became public a bit too fast. And so now I'm in a season where the channel, where I'm actually, because I don't care about the numbers. I care about the community I'm building. And so I want to be able to just talk and not have to worry about who listening, who watching, who hating. And so one of the things I like to do, like any good farmer or person with a garden does, they got to prune stuff. If you know anything about agriculture, if you want something to grow, sometimes you got to rip it all up, burn it all down. That's what they do. In some places, they burn the soil so they can grow again. You see, it ain't just about growing and growing and growing. It's about making sure the soil, the foundation is right. So one of the things I do, I look at my channel and I think, look, we need to prune. We need to purge. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't even want this to be for everybody. It ain't for everybody. Everyone's just going to cause distraction and I don't want that. And so that's why you see my content is very intentional. I do videos where I say, look, this video, I'll tell you what, my video, the last video I did, second to last, the this is my last cigar review. I've lost 4 subscribers off of that one, and I'm happy. I'm like, good. That video did its job. I'm doing dog whistles. I'm communicating to the good people, hey, look, we here. Everybody else, y'all could drop off. I don't want you here. I'm going to start speaking in parables so the good people could understand what we're doing here. And so I'm pruning, making sure that this thing is just for us, not for everybody. Because I already know a lot of people, they hate watch and we separating. To grow the fruits the right way, sometimes you got to rip up the whole garden and start all over. And so that's part of what I'm doing. So life has been good. But here's something I just want to touch on. If I said to you, hey, there's this guy, he used to battle depression. He's a Marine. He had some PTSD. He's battled some depression, but now he's doing really good. You would say, wow, that's an amazing story. If I said to you, hey, there's this one guy, he used to be homeless, but now he's doing really good in life. You would say, wow, that's amazing. If I said to you, hey, this guy, he used to be unemployed and now his job is going good. If I say, hey, this guy, he used to be married and his ex like almost ruined his entire life, but he moved on, remarried, and he's doing great, you would say, wow, I'm happy for him. If I say there was this guy, he's a Christian man, a pastor, a well-decorated Marine, he started a YouTube channel, and he's doing pretty good, you would say, wow, I'm happy for this guy. But somehow, when I do it, there's all this hate. Somehow, I'm just a Marine, pastor, father, husband, hardworking man. But yet somehow there's all this hate. Now, here's the thing. I knew the hate was coming. And so I just have fun with it. I just laugh in their faces. The Bible says that I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I just have fun with it. The Bible says a couple things. Hey, we preaching. Look. I just got off of work. I ain't even took my shoes off. I'm having a drink and a cigar, talking to my friends. On this channel, we're going to talk some Bible. We're going to talk a little bit of cigars, a little bit of whiskey. I'm smoking the Amazon basin. I'm drinking James E. Pepper. And yeah, I'm talking Bible. The Bible says that when you meditate on the word of God day and night, it says that he will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, and everything he does will prosper. So when I tell you, hey, I started a YouTube channel and it kind of went, blew up, I'm happy, but I expect that. When I tell you I got the best job I ever had in my life right now, I'm happy, but I expect that. When I tell you my marriage is going good and my health is good, I'm happy, but I expect that. Why? Because the Bible says when you live righteously, everything you do is going to prosper. There's going to be an anointing on you. There's going to be good stuff is going to happen in your life. But the Bible also says, you got to read the whole book. It says when you stand up for righteousness, you're going to face persecution. And so like my brother said, he said, hate is the child of greatness. Hate is just a dysfunction that some people have. If I could tell you I'm a Marine, a pastor, I'm a good guy. Look how much stuff. Every show, I'm just giving away stuff. I'm like the most generous guy in the whole cigar content space. Just a good community worker, mentoring young men, just a good person. I do some cigar content. I have some fun. There are people who absolutely hate me. I'm somebody's pastor. I'm a good father, good husband. I'm a Marine. You guys know this because so many of you all call me up. And this ain't scripted. I didn't know I was going to talk about this. God's honest truth. Most of the times when I step outside to smoke a cigar, I'm just trying to chill. My phone rings. It's one of y'all. Someone who got my number. Or somebody will email me. Or do some kind of messaging. They'll leave a comment on a video and they'll say, hey, check it out. They talking about you right now. That happens so much. Like I would get calls from you all saying, hey, I'm on this live right now and they talking about you. I would get calls from you all. God honest truth. I'm chilling, relaxing. I'll get a call. Hey, they in the Discord right now just talking about you. It happens a lot. And so this is why I say, wait a minute. I'm a good guy. What's up with all the hate? What's up with all the hate? But I know my Bible, and I know what the Bible says, and I know what to expect. I know that, yes, when you stand up for righteousness, you're going to get persecuted. There's going to be some hate. Hate's coming. That's part of the game. You can't take the blessing and not have to deal with what comes with it. And some people just don't know how to handle that. They don't know how to maneuver through it. When I started getting blessed, I already know. Okay, let's get ready for the hate. When you start a channel like mine and your 7th video goes viral, I'm like, dang, they're going to be hating on me. That's just what people do. Why? It doesn't make any sense. It's psychologically, it doesn't. And that's why I did the whole thing to say, if I told you there was a Marine, a pastor, a father, a husband, someone who mentors young men in the community, if I told you this, literally, and I don't like to talk all my church stuff, but my church, we have a homeless shelter. We house 70 people. We're building a housing development to house about 27 families. I'm a good person. But when you succeed, people are just going to hate on you. Why? That's just, whatever you want to call it. You can call it demons. You can call it dysfunction. Whatever you want to call it. That's just what they do. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this because, again, everything I do is to inspire someone else. Everything I do is to say to someone else, look at me. Yeah, check this out. If they doing it to me, they going to do it to you. A lot of people say, oh, I want to rise and grind and be successful too. Like I know my brother Ray Cigar Lounge is on here. And he, I think he made a comment on a post I did. The post where it said something like, maybe it's the money I was getting on YouTube. Something like that. And he said something to the effect of, man, I want to get on that level. Do you really want it? Because it comes with a price. A lot of people just look at it and say, oh, I want to be on that level. I want what he got. Do you really want it? And are you prepared for it? It's going to attack, my brother said. He said someone lied on his character at work. Look, it's going to come with all that. It's going to come with the character attacks. It's going to come with the lies. It's going to come with everything. That's why I'm so clear on just being open with you guys, being transparent, just being an open book. Because I understand, okay, you'll probably never meet me in real life, but I want you to see something. I want you to see what it looks like when a man is rising and grinding. And I want you to see what it looks like. Read the comments. Again, read the comments of any of my videos. You can't have 1,000 views and not have 10 negative comments. And a lot of people just ain't ready for that. So a lot of people say, I want it. I want to be the boss. I want to make it. Your character got to be ready for that. Your resolve got to be ready for that. You got to know how to handle that. It ain't easy. Because yes, I'm a kind, loving person. Some of the comments I read or messages people send me, it's hateful. You almost think they must be demon possessed. Like, why? Why are you so mad at me? What could I possibly have done to you that has you so mad? Now, and I used to always think, okay, that only happens with like celebrities like Kevin Hart and, politicians. I'm just a little dude, little channel. And people got some hate in them. And I'm sharing this to just hopefully it helps somebody, to let you know. That's what success looks like. There's going to be people hating on you. And the key is how do you maneuver through that? I'll tell you this. And then I'll get into the show. How much time are we in? I don't even know how to see the time anymore. Man, I forgot how to do this. Where's my time clock? I used to have a time clock to show me how long the show is going on for. I guess it's been 48 minutes, something. I used to think hate was just reserved for like the popular people. People who are on that next level, like Elon Musk or somebody. Folks that hate on you because you make $2 more an hour than they do. Like it's insane. And I realized that at some point you got to come to understand that, look, it ain't me. Is some of that is them. Some of that is their trauma. And here's I lost my thought, but now I remember what I was going to say. There's 3 reasons why I would say any success that I have, it has happened. 1, God. God has blessed me. It's all a blessing from God. 2, I work hard. I'm showing you my life right in front of you. Got up at 5 this morning, taught Bible study. No, I didn't teach Bible study. That was Wednesday. I did led prayer call this morning, 6 a.m. Then went to work at 7. Got off of work at 5:30. And now I'm here working for y'all. I work really hard. God has blessed me and I work really hard. And the 3rd reason why I got any kind of success in life is because of how I handle the hate. That's something that they don't teach you. They don't teach you this in college. They don't teach you this in definitely in high school. You're going to be successful based on how you handle the hate. The hate is coming. It's coming. How do you handle it? I'm willing to bet everybody on this call right now. I'll bet anybody money on it. All of you, there is something you were supposed to have done, but the haters stop you from doing it. I'm willing to bet everyone on here, there was a business you was about to start. There was you were about to ask for the promotion at work. You were going to start a YouTube channel. But some kind of negativity got in your way. Some kind of hate. Somebody discouraged you. Somebody said, don't do it. Somebody said it wouldn't work. The reason for my success is God, hard work, and I got a 0 tolerance for anything negative. There's nothing negative in my life. Kendrick Lamar got a verse. He says, I'll cut my grandmama off if she disagree with me. Like, that's how I live my life. If you got anything negative, if you trying to discourage me, if you got some hate, some jealousy, look, I'll cut everybody off. I have none of it in my life. The reason why I can do all these things that I'm telling you, I can be a pastor, I can go to work, I can do YouTube, and yes, I'm doing well in all these different things. Because I don't have hate around me. I don't have any negative energy. I get rid of it. Look, Cordell, man, I got brothers, sisters. I'll cut my parents. Look, if you bring any kind of hate around me, you gone. That's why I can do everything I'm doing. Think about it. There's no way I'm a full-time pastor. I work 50, 60 hours a week. I'm doing this. I got kids. I got all kind of stuff. But I'm not drained. There ain't no hate. There ain't no negative energy in my space. There ain't nobody discouraging me. Everything is just positive. Everything pushes me forward. I have completely gotten rid of all the hate. That's how come I can do all this stuff. Yeah, I got this channel, right? Look at it. Look, yeah, the channel's doing good. The channel gets a lot of hate. But the key is how do you maneuver through that? Do you let it discourage you? The Bible says that I'll make a table for you in the presence of your enemies. Why do you think when I get my little YouTube check, I let my enemies know, hey, look, all your hate, yeah, you just paid me this month. Thank you. I'm going to go take my family out for dinner and buy me a box of Attabays. Thanks for the hate. You got to find out, how do I take all this hate, all this negativity? How do I spin it? It's like judo. How do I take this negative force and use it for my good? That's Bible. What they meant for evil, God used it for my good. God has helped me. I work really hard and I take the hate. So anything you see me doing, anytime you see me do a video and like, dang, wonder where this video coming from. That's a judo move. I take the hate. I'll take the hate. Again, that last video, this is my last cigar review. It was some hate coming at me. I took the hate, flipped it, spinned it, put out a monetized video, made money off of it, and I'm laughing in their faces. You got to learn what you're going to do with the hate. The hate is coming. You don't get to that next level without some hate. The hate is coming. But you got to figure out, what am I going to do with it? Is it going to weigh me down, or am I going to do a judo move and win? And my brother said, being a Christian, look, I'm a different kind of Christian. Look, I'm a different kind of Christian. I'm more of a Joshua kind of Christian. We're going to preach Bible. Okay, let's preach Bible. Let's preach Bible. Look, God says, look, I need you to go into Jericho. And I need you to destroy everything. They went in there. That's what they were supposed to have done. One guy didn't follow the rules. He took some of the enemy goods with him, took it back to his tent. So the next time the Israelites went to fight a battle, they lost. And they couldn't find out, why are we losing? We supposed to win. Why are we losing? And they found out the reason they lost is because they had some of the enemy stuff with them. And God says, look, I gave you clear instructions. Look, I didn't come here to preach. And so what Joshua had to do was find that man who took some of the enemy stuff, kept it in his tent, and destroy it. Look, I love everybody, but I ain't playing with no hater. I love everybody. I forgive everybody. I carry no ill will against any. But look, I am not playing with no haters. I am not playing with the enemy. I'm not playing with anything demonic. I'm a different kind of Christian. And so we look, all that passive stuff. No, that ain't me. I'm a different kind of Christian. I'm the flip the tables over. Yeah, we a little different, and it's cool. It's cool, but I'm just a little bit different. I love everybody, but the enemy, and again, this is, and we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this because tonight we're supposed to be talking about respect. That's what we're supposed to be talking about, and we're gonna talk about it. I am a Christian man. I'm a Christian pastor. I am a man. I'm a masculine man. I am a positive force. I am a terrifying force. If you're dealing with hate and you a demon, you will be trembling in my presence. I am a terrifying force. I am a bold man, masculine man. I'm not one of them little passive Christian man. No. Ain't nothing modern about me. I'm old school. Look, I preach with a pistol on me. I'm different. I'm a different kind of preacher. I'm a different kind of pastor. I'm a different kind of man. We different. So to the hate, to the demons, to the evil people, to those who mean harm, man, look. We a little different. I don't know. The thought just came to my mind. Like, if someone broke into my house, tonight, God help them. By the time as I done grab all these guns and ARs and shotguns, and man, yeah, I'm gonna forgive you for breaking into my house, but I'm gonna have to do your eulogy, and I'm gonna charge your family to do it. I'm a different kind of Christian. I'm a different kind of guy. All right, cigar stuff. And my brother asked this earlier. I should have answered it earlier. Padron 64, I do like it. I used to like the naturals. Maybe I ought to go to Padron naturals because the Padron Maduros are so much more flavorful, but they have a strength on them that I seem to not be able to cope with. So maybe I should smoke the Padron naturals. But 1964 is just excellent. He says, do I think the 1000 series is worth it more than the 64? No. But here's the key. All Padrones, here's what I heard. All Padrones are the same. Remember, I'm not a reviewer. I did a video the other day, and I declared that I'm no longer doing cigar reviews. So I used to be able to give you guys all the information, but I don't do reviews anymore. But last review, last tip I'll give you is, from what I heard, all Padrones are the same blend. It's just a different matter of age. And so as you go from the 1000 series to the 64 to the 26, it's just a matter of age. And so the key, a lot of people do, is you just get you the 1000, get you the 4000, whatever, and just age it for like 2 years. And supposedly that's going to be a 64. That's what they say. That's what they say. My brother say, yeah. I'm like, Peter. Yeah, but play with me if you want to. Run up on me if you want to. Run up on me if you want to. Yeah. I was reaching to see if I had my knife on me, because I literally just got in the door. My knife, my wallet. You catch me outside of work, I got a pistol on me too. That's the kind of man I am. So I don't play with no haters. And again, I just kind of laugh at them. I think they are dysfunctional. I think that they're sick in a lot of regards. I think they need some help. But the best thing I could do is just laugh in their face, kind of tease them. So that's one thing you notice about me. I laugh a lot. I have a good time. And how can I not laugh? I grew up poor. And then after being poor, I went into the Marine Corps. I don't know why I thought that was it was the right thing to do. But when you think psychologically, after all the trauma of being homeless, and then I go into the military. So a lot of my life, this is going to be a therapy session, but yeah, there's a lot of trauma. There's a lot of sadness. And then, yeah, I've had a lot of family members murdered and all that. And so when you see me sitting here laughing, yeah, be happy for me. Because there's been years when I couldn't laugh. And so that's why everything that comes at me, I just smile. I'm positive. I think positive. And I understand you can't be playing with these haters. These haters will kill you. So you got to handle them the right way. Yeah, aging the Padrones. Aging the 1000. The 1000s are rough. But once you age them, they just become delicious. And I'm talking about the Maduros. So I don't know if it smooths it out. It doesn't add more flavor, but it takes away some of the harshness. All right, I keep my cigars I go 65. 65. And then I hot box it, dry box it, whatever you call it, for like a day or two. But, all right, we're going to finally start the show. Okay. So, before we get into this, we're 49 minutes in. You've been seeing the content. We make content. I'm back. I will say this. I'll have to change the whatever thumbnail I got. I got to do this at 6:30. Yeah. So 6:30 is going to be the new time. So if I do a Tuesday show, it's going to be at 6:30. Friday's going to be at 6:30. We've been putting out some good content. You've been seeing it. Monday is going to be, I'll be talking about the most interesting cigar I've ever smoked. I'll also be talking about, I'll talk about money. I want to talk about money. I'm going to talk a little bit about money on one of my videos. I like to talk about stuff people don't. It's so funny how people like to not talk about stuff. Look, I like to get money. Like, I'm a masculine man with lots of testosterone, loving on my wife, trying to make money, serving in the community. And this is probably what's going to lead into, I think, the discussion for today. Because I'm an honest guy. And so, no, at 65, it doesn't crack at all. So you are drying it out a bit. But that's only because it's just super. Cigars tend to be shipped super moist. A lot of moisture. And so, if you really want to get them flavors and them tastes, you got to go. And you also got to consider, if your humidor is set at 65, it's a relative humidity. You got to, you might have 300 other cigars in there. You got boxes in there. And so even though the temperature is set at 65, your cigar isn't being dried all the way out, because there's a lot of other factors. You're just making the cigar right. You got to figure, as soon as you step outside, there's going to be all kind of stuff happening to it. So no, it won't crack on you. Now, maybe, if you go below 60, then you're just drying them things out too much. What's up, Peter? Peter, I sent out a shipment to you. I promised you some stuff for a while back, and it's in the mail. My brother asked, do I do pipe? No, I don't do pipe. No reason. I just never tried it. I'd like to. You figure it might be more convenient, but I just never tried it. All right, the show. So we got content coming out. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure hit share. We back. They say there's a baseball game going on. Hey, I'm going to call the Major League Baseball, let them know, don't compete with Rise and Grind. You don't do that. I'm sure the baseball game, I'm sure the numbers aren't what it should be because of this show tonight. And so we talking about respect. I'm going to talk for a little bit longer. Literally, I've been going hard all day. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. Got up at 5. I haven't stopped at all. We talking about respect. Respect. I think I titled this show, hey, how come you don't get that respect that you should? One thing I said earlier, I said a lot of people hate me. Well, Johnny goes at 50 RH. So he does it and it doesn't crack. So again, you got to figure there's a lot of other factors. So it ain't like your cigar is going to be at 50. Even if the humidor is set at that amount, there's a lot. I've never gone that low, but hey, and that's the beauty about the show. You can see it. Then do it. The beauty is we can learn from each other. We're talking about respect. Now, I said, look, a lot of people hate on me. It's a lot. It's a lot of hate. It's a lot of hate. But notice this. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect me, though. A lot of hate. But ain't a whole bunch of disrespect. I walk into spaces. Like I said, I am a bold, Christian, masculine man. I can't even tell you the last time somebody argued with me. How do we carry ourselves and always demand respect? A couple things I already shared with you. I shared with you a couple things. In fact, there's 3 things I always have on me. I always got a handkerchief on me. Why? Because I'm a gentleman. I was raised as a gentleman. You should always have a handkerchief on you. In case you run into a damsel in distress and she's crying, you give her your handkerchief so she can wipe her tears. See? I always got something on me. A handkerchief. I always got a knife on me. In case you run into a damsel in distress, maybe she's got a loose thread on her dress. You can help her out. I always got a knife on me. I'm a prepared man. I ain't one of these kind of dudes where they got a flat tire and now they pull over and they call Triple H and they sit on the side of the highway and wait an hour for another man to come help you. No, that ain't me. I'm the kind of guy that, look, I fix my own problems. That's why I got all these guns. I ain't calling no police. You break into my house, you better hope I call the police. Like I said, yeah, I got no problems. I'm a Marine. I always got a knife on me because I'm a gentleman. I always got a handkerchief on me because I'm a gentleman. And I always got a pistol on me because I'm a man. Kind of man I am. Why am I telling you this? Because I ain't afraid to tell you who I am. You know why people respect me? I'm on YouTube. I'm a Christian pastor. Somebody said something earlier about you supposed to love your enemy. I'm like, man, love them. Man, play with me. Mess around. Look, play with me if you want to. Yeah, it ain't gonna go good for you. I ain't really the kind of guy you want to play with. That's the kind of Christian man I am. A masculine man. I'm on YouTube. What they say? You ain't supposed to have cigars and whiskey and be Christian. Look, ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can do or what I can't do. I'm talking to you about guns. I got lots of guns. I always got a gun on me. I got a gun closet. Lots of guns. Guns. I'm on YouTube. I'm gonna talk about guns. Jesus. I've been quoting scripture all day long. Every 2 minutes, I'm talking about scripture. I'm talking about Jesus, Old Testament, New Testament. Jesus, guns, whiskey, cigars, Jesus, guns. And I'm always gonna talk about my wife. I'm telling you, my testosterone is back up, is high, my levels is high. I'm me and my wife, we like 2 teenagers running around the house, chasing each other all day long. Sex, guns, cigars, whiskey, Jesus, scripture. What am I getting at? Who I am is who I am. Who I am is who I am. You see, there ain't nothing hidden about me. You see, there's a lot of people, you don't even know where they stand. I could do content and make it very vanilla. I could do a cigar review. I have lost. I got about 10, 11,000 subscribers. The things I say I would have 20,000 right now if I would just keep my mouth shut. If I would stop calling people out, laughing in their faces, if I would stop with all the Jesus talk. I'm on YouTube right now. What do they say? Don't talk about guns and cigars. Man, look, watch this. Guns. If I would just keep my mouth shut, I would probably have 20,000 subscribers. If I just tone down with all the Jesus stuff. Hit them likes, people. Help us to grow. Help us to get to 20,000. Help. Come on, help me out. You know I ain't gonna help myself. Hit like. I'll mess around and tell y'all hashtag guns. You know why people don't mess with me a whole ton? They might hate. You know why folks don't really get to disrespecting me too much? Because you can look at me and say, yeah, this is a man right here. Yeah, he yeah, leave him alone. There go a man. There go a man. It would be so easy for me to just do a cigar review. I mean, it would be, I obviously I can communicate. I can research. I got a PhD. I can research the cigar. And I can tell you, yeah, I got the words. I got the vernacular. But then I'm usually sitting there, and this, even with the last video you just saw, I said, talk about the cigar. And then I was like, man, I ain't talking about no cigar. I'm talking about how people be talking too damn much. Folks ought to shut their mouth. I talk about what I want to talk about. There ain't no filter. There ain't no guide. That's why when people say YouTube is against the cigar, blah, 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 man. I tell YouTube what to do. I say, YouTube, you better monetize my video. Yeah, I'm talking about guns and cigars. What am I getting at with all this rhetoric? One of the reasons why I ain't got to worry about who respect me, who don't respect me. First of all, I just don't really care. I don't really think like that. The haters are going to hate. I've shown that to you guys. You could be a pastor, a Marine, a decorated Marine, a gifted pastor, a great father, a husband. You could pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I did all that, and folks still hate on me. You could do everything, and folks still gonna hate on you. So therefore, I don't care about what people are thinking. I don't care about how look, you can live as perfect. How do we know this? How do we know this? Jesus was perfect. They hated on him and killed him. Jesus healed everybody, blessed people, fed them, did all that stuff. They hated on him and killed him. So you think I'm going to sit here and worry about people? I'm showing you my own life. I got up at 5 and prayed with my church. Then I went to work, and now I'm just pouring into you guys. And folks are going to hate. There's going to be someone who's going to watch this and hate on it. There ain't nothing you could do about that. And so as a man, you just got to be a man. As a man, you just got to stand on your own. As a man, you just got to stand up for what you believe in. They going to hate on you regardless. How do you know this? They hated on Jesus. So I'm telling you, they hate on me. Okay, maybe that doesn't do it for you. They hated on Jesus too. Being a man means, look, you do what you want to do. You do what you need to do. You do what you're going to do. And I think a lot of people, a lot of men, especially nowadays, a lot of men, the reason you don't get respected is because you're so busy trying to be accepted. You want somebody to validate you. You want somebody to, like I said, I got to force myself to say, hit the like button. There ain't nothing about me that says, please like me. Because I'm a man. I'm not seeking validation. I'm not seeking confirmation. After all I done been through, I'm alive. That's confirmation enough. I'm supposed to be dead. I'm here. I'm alive, and I made it. I'm a success. I got money. I got everything. I got money. I got cigars, whiskey, lots of sex, lots of guns, lots of Jesus. I'm alive. And so I ain't gonna bite my tongue for no one. I should not even still be alive. But a lot of people, the reason why you don't get respect, because you just trying to be accepted. You hope folks like you. You hope they bring you into their circle. Look what I did. Look, I'm on YouTube. I said, man, forget YouTube. I said, look, all the cigar brands, forget all y'all. Everybody, forget everybody. If you ain't rocking with me, man, forget you. I said, I'm going to go on an island by myself. Why? Because I'm from an island. I grew up on an island. A lot of people are seeking validation. And again, and I'm not trying to I'll talk about what I want to talk about, but sure, we know that there's different communities and I ain't trying to be part of nothing. Yeah, I'm part of my fraternity. I'm part of my church. I'm part of righteous activities. You think I'm trying to chase after some dudes? Man, I'll give you a thumbs up so fast. Thumbs up because I'm a pastor. But there ain't nothing about me seeking no one's validation. There ain't nothing about me seeking to be welcomed or accepted, received. You saw what they did with Jesus. The reason why I might get hated, I ain't gonna get disrespected too much. I can walk into any place, no matter where it is. And that's what oozes off of me. This is a man. He gonna say what he wanna say. He's gonna do what he wants to do. If you could only imagine the spaces that I find myself in. And just think about who I am. Okay, I've been to Ivy League colleges. And I talk like this, look like this. I'll go to the hood and correct dudes on their grandma, not grandmother. Whoever I am, I'm that person wherever I am. We could be in the hood. If you don't conjugate your verbs properly, I'll correct you. We could be in the Ivy League setting. I'm talking about what I want to talk about. We could be in church. Everybody in my church know, oh, yeah, pastor got a pistol on him. Don't hug him too hard. You're going to feel it. Everybody know that. No matter what circle I'm in, I travel the world. I could be in Mississippi. I could be deep in Alabama. I'm me. I don't care where I am. Who I am doesn't change. I'm on YouTube. I'm me. A lot of folks just can't understand that. Yeah, I'll be in the hood wearing my Cornell Ivy League jacket. I'm me wherever I go. Talking about Jesus, talking about guns. I don't care where I am. I'm me. One of the reasons why a lot of people struggle getting respected is because you ain't even yourself. You whoever the group needs you to be. And so when you go to church, you a little softy. When you go to the hood, you trying to be hard. When you go to work, you change your voice. A guy like me, I'm me wherever I go. I dominate whatever space I'm in. The reason why I get respected, and again, I'm just trying to share. A lot of people, I look at a lot of men. I just look at just society, just at all. And a lot of men, they're these, it's not even a man. It's like people become this asexual being where you just fit into any environment. You're like a chameleon. You don't even have no identity. You just want to fit in with everybody. I done said a long time. When I came out that womb and the doctor slapped me on the ass, I said, man, forget everybody. I'm watching out for everybody. Once that doctor slapped me on the butt, I ain't trust another soul after that. Once the doctor slapped me on the butt, I was like, what kind of world is this? I had my fists clenched ever since. God is for us. Who could be against us? The doctor slapped me on the butt. And then they gave me a Bible. They say, read this Bible, little baby. I read the Bible. The Bible says God came on the earth as a man. And then they killed him. I'm like, damn. First, the doctor slapped me on the butt. And then they killed God? Man, I got out that crib, went and got me a pistol and said, look, I ain't playing with none of y'all. Y'all some demons. Ever since then, I became me. Little baby in the crib with a pistol and a cigar. That's me. That's how I was. True story. True story. In the crib with a pistol, a bottle of James E. Pepper. I had an Amazon basin in the crib with a Bible and some testosterone pills. Man, I came out the womb ready. It's like, y'all ain't gonna get me. The doctor slapped me on the butt. I looked at my mom. I'm like, you gonna let this man slap me? Okay. I said, Mom, all right, I ain't trusting you. I ain't trusting nobody. I ain't trusted nobody. Ever since then, I was baby Herman. I had a cigar, whiskey, guns, testosterone pills. And then after that, I went into the Marine Corps. Started getting ARs. And so that's who I am. And so if you ever wonder, like, dang, this guy. Of course, we're going to give you the entertainment. But the lesson here is, look, be a man. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to get people to like you. Stop hoping they like your content. Stop hoping they accept you. I'm a man. I read in the Bible says God gave man dominion over the earth. First, I read that in the first chapter in Genesis. So I said, wait a minute. So y'all gonna let the doctor slap me on the butt and I got dominion on the earth? And so look, I hear so much people saying I don't get respected. I hear so much people saying, I can't go here because they don't respect me. I heard one guy saying I can't go to the cigar lounges because I don't get respected when I walk in. I walked into elite cigar lounges in Manhattan. Billionaires. How you think I dressed? Hoodie. I'm me. I can walk in the hood. How you think I'm talking? I'm talking like this, proper. The reason why a lot of people don't get any respect, if you struggling to get respect, is you trying to fit in. And men don't respect that. Men will talk about it and hate on it and but men ain't gonna respect it. Brother said he's got his FN 12 gauge tactical. I've been looking. Look, I got me a Remington 870. I want a tactical shotgun. Why? I want a tactical automatic shotgun. I'm tired of a pump. I want an automatic shotgun. My shotgun. Here's how my shotgun is loaded. I got double-aught buckshot followed by a slug. Buckshot, slug. Buckshot, slug. You break into my house, you're going to be in a world of hurt. You ever say what a slug round does to a human body? Like I'm telling you, look, you break into my house, I'm going to do your eulogy. I'm going to do the whole service for you. I'm going to be like, he was a good man. Until that fatal night. I'll preach your whole eulogy, even though I done filled you with 3 buckshots. I ain't playing with these. I ain't playing with the enemy. I am not playing with nobody. But let me ask you, look, I've been doing all the talking. It's supposed to be interactive. Let's talk about respect. Let's talk about respect as we unwind. Let's talk about respect. Usually I have all these different points. I told you, look, I didn't get to write any notes. What my brother got, he got a semi-auto pistol. Yeah. I need to get me an auto shotgun. I ain't playing with these folks. And then I want to get like the half shells so I can put like 12 of them things in there. Yeah. It'd be like, dang, he a pastor. We tried to rob pastor. Didn't work out. It was 5 of us. I'll do 5 funerals. Charge all your families. I'll load you up, make money off of you, and do your eulogy. I ain't playing. Look, that's what I do with the haters. Anybody hate on me, look, I look at him and be like, okay, he hating. He coming for me. Okay, watch this. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to have fun doing it. And then I'll find a way to make money doing it. I ain't playing with these haters. The enemy come for me. Look, the man I am, you in a world of hurting. Brother said that's the load. And again, I've got lawyer friends who told me, they're like, dude, you shouldn't do that because that shows intent. Yeah, I got intent to cause damage. See, we talking about the Benelli M4. Hey, we can talk about guns, whatever you want to talk about. I think that's what I might end up getting. The Benelli. I heard that's a really good one. Man, I'll unload on you. Cops arrive on the scene. An hour later, I'll be sitting smoking a cigar. They'd be like, where is he? I'm like, well, his head is over there. His torso is over there. I think his leg is over there. Y'all need to put him back together. Clean all this up. Because I got to go to bed. I got church in the morning. I got church tomorrow. So can y'all clean his body up and mop all this up? And I got to preach in the morning. Look, I'm just what you call, I'm a man. Folks might hate on me. Ain't a whole bunch of people disrespecting me that I know of. If I find out they disrespected me, then I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to use it for my benefit. But one of the reasons why a lot of people just don't get the respect that they want because they're trying to fit in. And again, look at this show. Look at the show tonight. I'm saying what I want to say. Folks don't talk about guns. We talk about guns, cigars, whatever. There ain't nothing about me that says, hey, and that's why when the whole YouTube and cigar thing was like a moment. That's why I responded and felt the way I did about that, because I don't understand how you, a man, and again, I can only go biblical with you. That's all I know. I know Bible. I don't understand how you can read in the Bible where God says you got dominion on the earth. This is yours. And then you talking about who restricting you, who's stopping you. I mean, folks is talking about, I want to do this kind of content, but YouTube won't let me. There ain't nothing in me. I couldn't even say those words. And that's why again, it come across so aggressive, because I don't even know what that looks like to say I'm going to have a YouTube channel and there's stuff I ain't going to do because YouTube wrote something down, and that's like, it's like Greek to me. It don't even make sense. It don't even fit. I can't even, it'll make me throw up if I said it. Like, I can't, there's nothing that's ever going to control me. Culture will never control me. Society will never control me. Corporations can never control me. Nothing can control me. I got dominion. I'm made in the image of God. And you are too. You a man. But since he and I know my brother Ron's a nurse. Dismemberment. Hey, look, they come my way. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. And so let's just talk about respect as we unwind. I needed this. Look, I've been working all day long. My thoughts ain't even here because again, I got up at 5 this morning. I'm on the West Coast. Yeah, I got up at 5. I just been going hard. Brother said, "What's the best way to handle disrespect in the workplace from women? You don't want to be disrespectful." I think it's 100% about the way you carry yourself. I believe you got to teach people how to treat you. Teach people how to treat you. The way you present yourself. Look, I wake up first thing in the morning, I shave, I'm pressed out. Any space I walk into, I'm here. And I'm not here to play around. Now, they say in order to be respected, you got to give respect. Believe it or not, so sure, when I come on here and this is, it ain't like this is a character, but this is entertainment. I'm nice. I'm a nice gentleman. I think I'm nice. I'm a kind, women love me. So I'm a kind gentleman. I'm sweet. I get that a lot. I'm a sweet guy. The way you carry yourself. I carry myself in a way that says, hey, look, I'm here to do my job. I know I work really hard. I respect people. I love people. That's my biggest thing. So despite all the shooting people with shotguns, and I really do love people. I'm a people friendly guy. I think the way you treat people is how you're going to be treated. People who work with me, love me. Like I said earlier today, got up, prayed with my church. And then on my way to work, stopped at Noah's Bagel. And I got like an 18 pack of bagels. Took it to the guys at work, guys and ladies at work. I'm a kind person. And so I lead with that. I lead with love. I lead with kindness. I lead with generosity. I'm Southern. I'm island. So I got all that hospitality worked into me. I'm a very kind person. I work really hard. And so I think you got to lead with that. You got to love people. You got to respect people. Another reason why a lot of people don't get respect, because you don't respect people. Look, say what you want about me. Look, I go hard on the haters after they done hated. I'm the kind of person, like, as soon as, because I'll show my wife stuff. My wife is like my filter. I'll be like, hey, baby, check it out. Dude right here talking about me. And she'll look at me and she'll just like roll her eyes because she already know what's coming. But I was like, baby, look, he started it, right? And she's like, yeah, but because she already know what's going to happen. I'm kind. All of you guys on here, I bet you everyone in here already got some cigars from me. I'm kind. I'm generous. But you mess with me, it's going to be. So to answer the question, I lead with kindness. And I think women, especially women, because the guy asked respect from women. Women got a sixth sense. Women can pick up on this. Women know when a man is operating the way he should. When you carry yourself the right way, your appearance is right, your words are right, you make eye contact with them. When I shake women's hands, like you treat them right. When you do that, yeah, it goes good. I've never had an argument with a woman, and that's just me as a man. I'm not arguing with women. And I think women understand that. Everything that I'm saying to you, this ain't just, I'm not just making this up. This is me in real life. And again, I mean, most churches is like 70% women. We're going to be honest. And so a lot of my days is spent working with women and talking with women. And if we're going to be honest, women are dying for a man that's just acting like a man. The reason why so much church volunteers are women, because these women are like, dude, can I be around a man? Because my husband ain't right. I think when you just show yourself who you are, women tend to respect that. So my brother, you had back surgery? I didn't know that. Praying for your recovery. I know you said you had something happening. What's going on, Matthew? Yeah, you give respect, you get respect. So any space I walk into, in fact, whenever because I walk into different departments and all that, I'm the kind of guy, I know everybody's name. So the building where I work in, there's about 200 employees. I walk up to every person. I know their name. I've been there for about a month. I know everybody's name. People are fascinated. I respect everybody. I walk up to every person. I don't just walk into a space and be like, hey, everybody. No, I look at every person. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I do the same thing at my church. I know everybody's name. It's respect. And if I can't pronounce a person's name because, maybe it's from a different country, I learn their name. I was talking to a guy today, and he's got a very difficult name. He says, just call me Roy. I say, no, I ain't going to call you Roy. I'm going to say your name the right way. Respect people. Yeah, I'm from, my mom's from Jamaica. My dad's from the Bahamas. So I grew up in the Bahamas. Yeah, we deal with, we're still in hurricane season. So we're so used to it. Yeah, well, I'm from Miami. So my brother's in Florida. We shine in the light. All right. We jump back in here to do the show. I only stayed a little bit longer because my wife and daughter, they are not home. I think my daughter's getting her hair done. And so it's been a while. Been a while since we've done the grind. I said, look, let me jump in here. I know it means a lot to a lot of people. If you're having trouble being respected, again, everything I do is just to show you, hey, here's a way of doing it. This is how I do it. I respect people. I love people. But I am who I am. Cuban Crafters. My brother. Yeah, I'm Cuban Crafters. Cuban Crafters probably owe me some money at this point. I've been promoting them so much, and people have been buying, ordering from them. Cuban Crafters, that's my spot. That's my spot in Miami. It's off of 8th Street. I have been promoting Cuban Crafters. First, I started saying, okay, I just wanted to say, support your brick and mortar. And then when I would send people cigars, my Cuban Crafters cigars are unbanded. And so I would send people because I send people good stuff. So I'll send, and you guys have gotten stuff from me. So I'll send you an Opus X, a Goldie, and then I'll put in this unbanded cigar, this, and that's from Cuban Crafters. And what always happens, they'll email me back, say, hey, what was that one cigar that didn't have a band on it? That one was the best. And I'm like, yeah, dude, that's from Cuban Crafters. So then that person would then go and order from Cuban Crafters and then let me know how much they like it. So Cuban Crafters, if you listening, hey, look, I ain't just a businessman. I'm a business. So I can't be promoting you no more. We need the money. We need the money. Look, the kind of man I am. Guns, Jesus. We need to get some money. We need to get some money. We whatever I am, you gonna know. I'm up front with it. Nothing's hidden. This ain't no game. I ain't playing with nobody. Maybe that's why people respect me. And as a result of it, some people are going to hate on it. Yeah. If you walk into your house, and I could even, if you're not being respected at home, and I've said this in other lives, If you're not being respected at home, that's a problem. You're probably not being respected in the world. What is your wife looking from you? What is your kids looking from you? Okay. God honest truth. God honest truth. And my daughter said this. She was kind of joking when she said it, but she said it. Last night, I'm talking to her. And my youngest daughter, I've never disciplined her. I disciplined my older kids. I've never disciplined her. And she was like, we were just kind of kidding around. I said something like, hey man, look, I'm gonna get, she's 14 years old. So she's in high school. So I was kidding around. I said, you keep leaving your socks out, I'm gonna give you a whooping. And she like kind of laughed. And that's like, have you ever gotten a whooping? And she goes, nope. And she says, if I gotten whoopings, I'll be more disciplined. God honest truth. That's what she said. And we kind of laughed about it. I said, it ain't too late. I ain't too late. My daughter is 14 years old. Now, it was just a joke. She was just joking around. But there's truth in that. A 14-year-old understands what I think she's communicating is, hey, look, this structure that I need, this guidance I need. Because she knows her older siblings, they got some whoopings. Her siblings are like 7 and 9 years older than her. Might even be more. 9 and 12 years older than her. They got whoopings. This child understands what the man is supposed to bring to the household. So she's looking at me. She said, I ain't never got a whooping. And she said, you should have whooped me because I would be more disciplined if you did. And I was like, children understand it. Women understand it. It's just time for men. All right, my brother, you go rock out. Hey, and I know this guy. Like, again, he's working as a medical practitioner. This is who I do the show for the men who are out here doing it, for the doctors, nurses, teachers, plumbers, construction workers, military, police officers, firefighters. We here for the people. My brother's talking about the video that really put me back, that put me on the cigar scene. Because when I started my channel, it was whiskey. But I've always smoked more than I drink. And so I did a video called The Cigar Lounge Rules. That video did really well. So that video probably got 20, 30,000 views at this point. Read the comments for that video. That was me doing my first cigar type video. Most of the comments for that well-watched video, people say, hey, what you're given isn't just cigar lounge rules. These are life rules. And the number one thing I talk about is when you go to the cigar lounge, be respectful. Respect the space. Respect the people. Respect the ambiance. Respect everything. Today, we talking about respect. So the video that got me into the cigar space was a video where I just simply said, just be respectful. And when you walk into a cigar lounge, if you carry yourself like a man or like a woman if you are a woman, and like a man if you are a man. Now, we got to clarify things because y'all done changed the world on me, but I ain't changing with you. So if you're a man and you carry yourself like a man, and if you're a woman and you carry yourself like a woman, when you walk into the cigar lounge, people will respect you. I did this live because I heard a lot of people saying they can't go to cigar lounges because they don't get respect and this and that. And any space you walk into, especially the cigar lounge, walk in with respect. Carry yourself with respect. Carry yourself with some kind of dignity. Don't be all arrogant, but at the same time, don't be no punk. That's why I ain't got to worry. People hate on me. They gonna hate on me. I'm gonna continue to succeed. That's what the Bible says. I'll be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, and everything I do is gonna prosper. I will be hated. But I'll be damned if I ever get disrespected. If you want to know how to avoid being disrespected, first you got to be yourself. Stop mincing your words. Stop hiding. Be yourself. And treat others with respect. If you do that, you ain't got to worry about who disrespect you, Be a man. And you will be respected. All right, so that's the show. That's the show. Look, yeah, I hope it was a good show. We got content coming out. Make sure you hit the like button. The channel is the channel. I ain't mincing my words. Oh, I got a video I'm shooting. Yeah, if you think I done gone too far, I'm about to say some stuff. And so that's the channel. That's the video. That's the live. Look, I'm just tired. I've been going for since 5 o'clock my time. You got to respect what I'm doing. And I respect you all. I respect your time. That's why I make sure I bring so much energy, enthusiasm, and encouragement to what I'm doing. Because I respect the viewers. I'm not going to just give you some half-ass show or half-ass video. It's because I respect you all. So make sure you check out the videos. Make sure you hit like. Next week, we'll probably give some stuff away. But look, we back. And so, no. Next week, we probably won't do a show. And I can also talk about, we might do a show. We might not. Well, I'm recording next week, so I probably won't do a show. Yeah. Keep your life balanced. Don't crash out for nobody. Keep some balance in your life. Like my brother said, I need to get some rest. So I might not do a show next week because it's too much. I can't record and do this. In the time I did this, I could have shot like 3 videos. So respect yourself. And so we appreciate you. Like, comment, subscribe. But most importantly, rise and grind.